Welcome to West Point, a beautiful place that houses the cadets, where we love football, and we love chess, and other sports and organizations, but we especially love debate. Let's talk about debate. Debate is art, and all of its competitors the artist. In a way, debate is simply an extension of the real world in politics, its culture, some family attributes, discussions of race, gender, class, sexual orientation, and many other controversial topics. For this sociological project, I intended to evaluate why minorities join debate, and more specifically, why they stay on the team. While debate is an extension of the world, I used what Mill says is our sociological imagination in order to grasp how history of debate and one's biography intertwine with one another.
I had a couple friends on the team, and I thought that it would be cool to become involved with a specific community here at West Point.
I did it for about 3 years in high school, and I really liked the intellectual rigor that it had. It always was just very interesting to me.
I joined because I thought it fit. I had did mock trial and moot court and a little bit of debate in high school, so it just made sense to join.
I just find it a really interesting place to learn. I learn best conversationally, so I think the best education happens when you're in a conversation with someone. That's where you really learn things.
And especially, being able to miss drill and all that stuff. I thought that was definitely positive.
Analyzing arguments and relating those arguments to real world issues, which is exactly what debate does.
I knew a couple people on the team, and they told me how great it was. It was a great family on the team.
I'm a pretty argumentative person, and I don't like it when people believe something and they don't really know why. Why do you believe this? If it doesn't make sense, and I'm pretty argumentative when I believe it.
Debate is an activity that enhances one's rhetoric and oral advocacy skills. It's a partner activity that requires the effort of both individuals in order to beat their opponents. The layout of each debate lasts for a duration of 2 hours. It starts with 2 9-minute constructive speeches from both sides and 2 6-minute rebuttal speeches from each side as well. In between the constructive speeches, each team is allotted 2 3-minute cross-examination questions to either increase their understanding of the opposing side or weaken the opposition stance. It is a research-intensive, time-sensitive activity that requires speed reading of evidence and quick responses.
The activity itself is very interesting, but the people are ultimately the reason why I decided to stay on the team.
The people on the debate team were absolutely wonderful. They're, I dare say, kind of quirky, as am I, and I like that. It's a nice place to belong to.
One thing that I really liked about it, that really kept me going to debate tournaments, was the fact that it afforded a unique opportunity for us to come together in a safe educational space and discuss a lot of topics that don't usually get talked about at an institution like West Point.
From my position, I thought because minorities weren't represented in this kind of field, I had to be the one to stay and to be successful in it.
The environment on the West Point debate team is very intellectually rigorous, but it's also a very good family environment that even at West Point you just don't get in a lot of different places.
It's kind of complicated, I think.
Critical arguments are very interesting. I had no experience with critical arguments coming in here.
I think that in theory and in intention, they are right in that it frees up the debate space, and if the debate is structured in a way that is wrong, we can actually critique that and say, hey, this is messed up, and not actually debate the topic, but debate what's wrong about the topic.
But critical arguments are actually, I think, even though I'm still working on completely mastering how they work, they're one of the more intellectually applicable arguments that we use.
In my belief, I think that some people have abused the freedom of critique in order to essentially debate something or debate the same thing year after year or their realm of expertise.
Because a lot of them engage different worldviews that are either popular in today's culture or engage.
I'd say to go after it.
Personally, I feel like when you do sports and stuff, you can be in the gym and you're lifting, and you see the progress, your muscles are getting bigger and bigger.
It's not an easy task. It takes a lot of your time. But
If you're not willing to make the commitment, then it probably won't be worth it.
Just trust soon enough, you'll see the results.
It might sound kind of corny, but as soon as I started joining the debate team, I could feel my brain just getting stronger. I could feel my critical thinking skills, my analytics,
you meet a lot of cool people, a lot of cool, crazy people, and you learn a lot about yourself. You develop better academic skills.
It's just everything about my intellect was growing at such a fast rate. And I can honestly say that I've learned more doing debate than I have in any one particular class at West Point.
The atmosphere just makes it a very encouraging place to be.
It's a lot of work at first, but it pays off, I think.
You see yourself changing in different ways. I feel like debate is the best avenue to go to.
Debate has probably been the most intellectually rewarding activity that I've done here at West Point.
The best summation of the interviews was that the people are the biggest reasons why they enjoy debate. You make friends when you join debate, friends that will last a lifetime. You build relationships and learn how to maintain them, regardless of debate's competitive nature. Debate is essential, especially at West Point, because it fosters more than just academic skills, but it teaches cadets how to lead and interact with one another.